Orangeburg at Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium. And yes, it's the championship celebration. And what is SC State celebrating? How about their 9th HBCU National Championship? The Bulldogs won that title by taking care of Prairie View A&M at the Celebration Bowl in December, Kevin.
Just an amazing season for SC State, and really one that I don't want to say came out of nowhere, but if you had seen this team early on in the season, as we both did, I wouldn't have thought that they would go all this way and win another national championship, but really just a testament to what this team was able to do and how they were able to turn things around and get ready for MEAC play and then go on, win that Celebration Bowl, and bring home that 9th national championship.
And I want to mention that Julie Westerman is also a part of our crew. She's out on the parade route, and she'll be joining us throughout the parade, bringing the sights and sounds of the actual parade. And who doesn't like a parade, Kevin?
No, this is how you celebrate a national championship. You get on the floats, you get in the cars, you go through your town, and you end up here at the stadium, and it's going to be a great celebration today.
The last time they won a national championship was in 2021, and they weren't able to have the parade as soon as possible. There were some COVID issues, and so they had the parade like sometime in the spring. It's not the same thing.
No.
Not, so you have it. It's been like a little over a month. The kids are back for the spring semester, and they should have a good turnout today. I mean, it's a little chilly, not that bad, so a lot of people can take an extended lunch break or just get off work early, get out of school early. Because I know the SU State students, they're letting them get out of class early so they can line the parade route. And the parade route is going to come through downtown Orangeburg, through the campus, and wind up here. And you can see the stage set up behind us. They're going to have a program there. We're going to hear from head coach Chennisberry, the school president, some other dignitaries. So it's going to be a full day of activity.
No, this is peak parade weather right here. Like you said, a little chill. This is exactly what you want. You're on the float. You get your jacket on. You put hopefully some national championship gear on and show that off as you're going through the crowd. But this is exactly like you said. You want to celebrate this when the kids are still here, when they're still on campus. Now that they're back from break, they should get a chance to be celebrated for everything this team accomplished this year.
It was a great season, and I put together a piece recapping mainly the highs all the way through the Celebration Bowl. Let's take a look at it right now. The Bulldogs opened the season with a 16-15 win over Wofford. They scored their only touchdown with 89 seconds to play. Not a flashy performance, but good enough to get the job done.
Because these young men that sit to my right and to my left found a way to be resilient and found a way to go 1-0, which is the ultimate mission.
Next up, a matchup with then 10th-ranked South Carolina. SC State trails by 14 at the half. The Bulldogs play hard, but lose 38-10 to fall to 1-1.
I was so proud of South Carolina State Bulldog football team as they went out and played for 60 minutes. We came up a little short, obviously against a very good football team, University of South Carolina, but I told our young men that they have nothing to hold their hats down for because they play really, really hard.
The low point of the season comes in late September. The 2-2 Bulldogs play at 0-4 Charleston Southern. The Buccaneers upset SC State, snapping their 14-game losing streak.
Life is 10% what happens to you, but 90% of how you respond. We went down this past week to a Charleston Southern football team, which, at the end of the day, we didn't do enough.
Bulldogs respond to the Charleston Southern loss by going 1-0 the next week. They trounced Savannah State on homecoming, 49-6.
Sometimes a minor setback is a setup for a major comeback. I thought our guys responded well this week. We still got a ways to go, but I thought guys had the right mindset. We met well, we practiced well, we lifted weights well, we went to class well, and it's all about trying to get better every day. In this program, we talk about winning the day. We can't worry about yesterday, we can't worry about tomorrow, we just try to go 1-0 today.
SC State kicks off November with a tough earned victory at home, 36-30 over Morgan State, to improve to 6-3, 2-0 in the MEAC.
We're grateful to be on the winning side 1-0, but did we play our best ball? No, we didn't play our best ball. We played good in spurts, we did some good things, but we got to get better going down the stretch.
The Bulldogs close out their home schedule with a 42-12 win over Howard on Senior Day. State finishes undefeated at home for the second straight season under Coach Berry. They finished the regular season with a 7-game winning streak to repeat as MEAC champs and earn a consecutive berth in the Celebration Bowl. The trip to Atlanta ends in redemption for Coach Berry and the Bulldogs. 1 year after losing to Jackson State, they turned back Prairie View A&M 40-38 in a thrilling 4-overtime victory to claim the program's 9th HBCU National Championship.
Well, you look at last year's PowerPoint presentation, it had Mercedes-Benz Stadium, okay? But nothing else was on it. This year, it had Mercedes-Benz Stadium, all right? But it had that trophy next to it. So it's, again, speak what you seek until you see what you said, all right? We knew we would be here, all right? But we wanted to walk away this time with a trophy in hand. And as I stand here today, we did just that.
Kevin, after that loss to Charleston Southern, which I couldn't believe, they were 2-3. They went 8-0 to finish the season, to finish with a 10-3 record, and another natty for SC State, 9 overall.
I was at that Charleston Southern game, and I don't know if SC State kind of took the Bucks for granted because, like you had mentioned, they were coming in on a 14-game losing streak, hadn't won in well over a calendar year, and I don't know if they just took it for granted or didn't think CSU was going to come out that well, but I watched that whole game. CSU played really hard, and I thought after that game, we're probably done hearing from SC State this year. You know, maybe they'll go 500 in the MEAC, but that should be about it after losing to a team like CSU and what they had done so far. The way they turned it around after that game is so impressive, and Chennis Berry deserves so much credit for how he got that team to bounce back after a 2-3 start and have them ending the year winning 6 in a row.
Sometimes you just need to get slapped upside your head, you know, to get your attention and wake up and realize, hey, we're not all that. And if we don't give it our best every time out, then we could have another Charleston Southern experience. But I was real impressed at how SC State got better as the year went along. They could win close games. They could blow people out. And it just seemed like they made big plays. Kind of like, reminds you of how Indiana won the championship on Monday to finish 16-0 and win their first national championship. You need your best players to play their best at the most critical times, and that's what the Bulldogs did. Just an incredible run by SC State.
And you look at that offense especially. I mean, they put up almost 30 points a game over the course of the rest of the season after that CSU loss. So they really turned it around. And like you said, maybe they just needed those couple of losses, especially that loss to CSU. Maybe that was the catalyst for them saying, something's not working. We've got to turn this around and see how this comes together and make sure this gets right for them.
And you mentioned Chennis Berry and the job that he's done here in his 2 years at South Carolina State. But if you go back to his final 2 years at Benedict College, he was undefeated at home. His last 2 years in Columbia, his first 2 years here, undefeated at home, going 10-0 over 2 seasons, and winning conference championships all 4 years. Just an incredible job by Coach Berry, one of the best in the country at any level of football.
I don't know if you can say a guy who has won a national championship and won back-to-back conference championships. I don't know if you can call him underrated, but I feel like he is because I think he should be getting much more attention nationally than he does for the job he's done these past 4 years. Not losing a game at home over the course of 4 years, that's an incredible record. That's not something that just any team, it doesn't matter what level you are. Just to go undefeated at home over a course of 4 years, that's an amazing feat. It's something you should be incredibly proud of, and hopefully he's going to stick around in Orangeburg for a long time to come because we want to keep seeing this going here for the Bulldogs.
Kevin. South Carolina State fans are going, why did Kevin have to say that? But it's no secret.
No.
People around the country, they have their eyes on him. And it's like Benedict, they kind of knew that, oh, man, how much longer can we keep him? As a matter of fact, Willie Jeffries, the legendary Hall of Fame former Bulldog coach, he told me, like, during Chennis's last year, he was at a Benedict game. Someone had invited him, and he was just watching the game, and Benedict fans saw him coming and said, are you here to take our coach, to steal our coach? And he got a big chuckle out of that, and now those Benedict fans are going, I knew it. But we all knew it. It seemed like the right fit for SC State, and it is.
Yeah.
But again, you have to be wondering, okay, how much longer will he be here before somebody comes along with an offer he can't turn down? And you would have to say, if you're an SU State fan, hey, Coach Berry, thanks for all you've done for us. Good luck. And then you go sit in a corner and cry.
I remember when the job was open, and I was here in Orangeburg for the high school state championship games, and Buddy Pugh was roaming on the sidelines, and Coach Berry was with him. And this was before before they'd offered him the job officially, but he was definitely here interviewing him, and everyone kind of knew, like, this seems like the direction it's going, and to a T, everyone's like, it's a perfect fit. This makes so much sense on so many levels, and that's why. The results have shown for themselves. So whatever happens going forward, Chennis has done an amazing job here, and he's left a lasting legacy here in Orangeburg, and hopefully it's one he's going to add to for several years to come.
You know, but he fits right in line with Willie Jeffries and Buddy Pugh, guys who are personable. The fan base loves them, and they win at a national championship level. All right. Producer Nick tells us that it's time to toss to Julia because the parade has started. Julia, what's it like out there?
Hey guys, we're just getting things going here right now. We've just got the beginning of the parade coming in here, so we're starting off with the ROTC color guard coming in through here, waving hello to us as they make their way on campus. And then, of course, we've got the President and the First Lady, Alexander Conyers and Agatha Conyers, coming in here, showing off their Bulldog spirit. So coming in here, and then we have our first float coming in behind. They'll be coming up here in a second, but bringing in a lot of floats. We've got several coming in here as we start off this national championship parade. We got the Board of Trustees right here coming all in, waving us hello. The South Carolina State Board of Trustees celebrating that 2025 HBCU National Championship. We got a really cool car right here. Look at who we got sitting in the car, waving hello. Coach Jeffries coming in. Pretty nice car rolling in to campus in style. And then we got Buddy Pugh rolling in on campus right here. We've got the parade of coaches coming in here right now. We've got the mayor, Michael C. Butler, coming in to campus. A lot of really cool cars a part of this show today. So coming in after this, we've got the Orangeburg City Council making their way in behind this first few floats here. Yes, following along Mayor Butler, we've got the Orangeburg City Council, and then we've got some action coming up behind here. We've got Orangeburg Wilkinson High School a part of this celebration today, and we're going to get our first taste of a little bit of band action coming up here in a second. Really exciting action going on here at South Carolina State University.
The Orangeburg Wilkinson band sounded pretty good there, Kevin.
That is a huge deal for them, too, because, you know, this is maybe a parade that's going to see one of the best bands in the entire country playing it with the end of it. But for the Orangeburg High School band, for them to get this opportunity as well, that's going to be a huge honor for them.
So played here in South Carolina State. He replaces the legend Willie Jeffries as head coach, and he becomes SU State's all-time winningest coach, and also adds, some national championship trophies.
How about that car Coach Jeffries was coming in? He was riding in style, huh?
That was sweet. And look who we have now. There's head coach Chennis Berry along with his lovely wife, and he's got that national championship trophy with him. I hope they've got that secured, because you don't want the championship trophy to tumble out of the car onto the street and break into 1,000 pieces. That would be awful.
He's not even holding that thing. I hope it's bolted down.
Okay, and we got some of the team MVPs riding there, Kevin. That looks like your old car, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I pulled up in today. They must have borrowed mine.
Yeah, and we've got there's a look at some of the fans lining the parade route.
It's a good crowd that came out in the middle of a Wednesday to see this parade. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, showing a lot of energy and passion for the Bulldogs. All right, so more, let's look at the MVPs of the Celebration Bowl. They've got themselves a nice ride, nice convertible. And talking about convertibles, it's convertible weather if you're bundled up.
Oh, this is perfect. This is peak parade weather, like I was saying. This is exactly what you're going for. Now, see, here comes this is probably the float I would want to be on. If I could pick anything, you want to be on a float with the offensive linemen.
Kevin, you would only want to be with the offensive linemen because you know they're going to have some snacks.
Yeah.
They probably got some sandwiches, cake, cookies, because they've got to keep their weight up.
You're making my point for me. That's exactly the reason you want to be on this, besides the fact that these guys are probably the most fun.
Yeah, and I hope that float has a good suspension system. You don't want that be breaking down in the middle of the parade.
Not going over too many speed bumps, I hope.
Much respect to the old linemen, because you can't do anything without them, right?
No, I mean, we talked about this turnaround the offense had after that Charleston Southern loss, but a big part of that is right up front and giving the quarterback time and making holes for the running back. So, these guys can't go without the offensive line.
And I think we've got the defensive line coming along there too.
These are some big guys too.
Yeah, they're big, but not as big as your old linemen.
No.
And they're all-you-can-eat platters aren't as large.
I'm sure these guys can put down some platters as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I think they might be a little bit quicker for the most part.
Yeah, but anyway, hey, I hope no one tells them what we're saying about them. We could be in a little bit of trouble here,
What's
Kevin.
this we stuff? I'm all for these guys.
Oh, man. What a great time. Okay, and coming along now, maybe a little bit of an earthquake. Let's see if we can get a steadier shot going there so we can get a good look at the campus activities board float. There we go. We're back on solid ground now. Campus activities. Kevin, when you were in college, what campus activities did you belong to?
Oh, Rick, none productive. I'll tell you that. There was a television station I was part of, and everything else was extracurricular activities that nobody needs to know about.
Okay, well.
How about you?
Yeah, be quiet right there. Well, I was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, the best fraternity in the world. I was president of the USC chapter of the National Panhellenic Council, which was the governing body for the Black Greek fraternities and sororities.
You were doing important stuff. I was playing like PlayStation leagues.
Okay, that's the Student Government Association. And also, the Royal Court. The young ladies wearing crowns, that's the Royal Court. Probably the homecoming queen.
Absolutely. And this kind of just shows how this is a team effort, not just for the football team, but everyone on campus. And they all play a part in the amazing atmosphere they have here on game days and everything that happens throughout the season. It's a huge part of it, and it's great to see them get their recognition as well.
And if you've ever been to a homecoming game here, where one of my favorite parts of the game is when they have the court, the homecoming court, which is quite large, and they parade around, and they've got the wave going, and the band is going to put on a very solid and entertaining halftime performance. As a matter of fact, that's one of the biggest crowds every season for the Bulldogs homecoming because the band is a large draw.
Oh, for anyone. I mean, that's one of the big things. That's what I'm talking about. It's not just the football team that people come out here to see on Saturdays in the fall. The band, one of the biggest draws throughout the state is the SC State band. So they play a huge part in this as well.
And we've got the SC State cheerleaders coming along. And they're also, I'm looking for Spike, the Bulldog mascot.
Where is Spike?
Yeah, he's supposed to be with them too. Let's see if we can get a shot of Spike. If he's maybe he's running around somewhere.
Hopefully he's going up and down on those sidewalks. Oh, there he is.
Okay, there he is. Oh, I see. Spike he's greeting the fans, having a good time with them.
Got DJ Mack with him too.
Yeah. Spike wants to hang out with the DJ. Probably he's going to hit a few dance moves for us.
He's got some moves, what I've seen in the past.
Yeah, look at him. Oh, there he goes. Get it, Spike. Oh.
This could be the whole parade for me. It's just Spike.
That's definitely a highlight. Spike getting down, celebrating the natty. And if you're just tuning in, yeah, this is the championship parade for the South Carolina State football team. They won the HBCU National Championship in December by winning the Celebration Bowl over Prairie View A&M. I believe we had maybe those were some of the. Okay, now we're getting a look at the running backs, quarterbacks are on this float, and the specialists.
This is also a big part. You know, that game they had at North Carolina Central, that was a Friday night game, one of the closer games they had late in the season. Josh Shaw, a kid from Hanahan, ended up scoring that last big touchdown that helped SC State come away with a win on the road. That was a huge part of the season. You know, Shaw's a kid who's been here for 4 years, came out of Hanahan High School, so it's great to see him get some recognition here as well.
Well, coaches always say there are three phases to the game, and all three are very important: offense, defense, and special teams. And if they don't do their job, they can lose games for you. So if you win a national championship, those three phases have to be pretty good.
And they all came through at different times. You know, that was one of the amazing things about this team is they all had their moment throughout the year. Like we talked about how great the offense was that second half of the year. The defense always pulling their weight as well, and the special teams came through when they had to.
Looks like we have a little lull here in the parade. We still have the last entry in the parade is going to be the Marching 101.
Which is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, they're a good closure to any parade. Good closing act. And the parade is going to end up right here at Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium.
They are on the way here. They're going to be here in no time. Student Government Association, you know, another, like we were saying, another big part of everything that happens on campus throughout the week for games and throughout the season as well. So great to see them here.
Yeah, I think we just had another Student Government Association float go by. And on this float, I believe we have some more players there.
Looks like we're talking about the managers, the trainers, and the video crew for SC State getting their moment of glory as well.
Yeah, and we're also, I believe, defensive backs is in that crew, and we still have the linebackers and tight ends to go.
Moving right along here, right through onto campus. They'll be joining us here at Dawson Stadium in just a few minutes. That's when the championship ceremony will start. We're going to hear from Buddy Pugh. We're going to hear from Coach Tennisberry, several other speakers as well, and getting this team the celebration they deserve after winning that national championship.
Kevin, if you were in a parade, what kind of vehicle would you like to ride in or on?
Well, like you, Rick, I've done several parades since I've been part of the Live 5 family in Charleston. I always like walking the parade. Personally, I like to try to get my steps in. But if you're saying I could just get any vehicle, linebackers and tight ends are coming right now. Like I'd like one of those bright yellow Hummers, and I just kind of stick my head out and throw some waves to the crowd.
Bright yellow Hummers. Okay,
Sure.
I like that. I think I'd love to ride in a Corvette.
That would be fun too.
That's a pretty neat parade car. But
I feel like driving a Corvette during a parade, it kind of misses the point. Because if you're in a Corvette, you want to be going 90 miles an hour somewhere. If you're in a parade, you're going 5.
that's after the parade, Kevin.
Well, sure.
Okay, don't tell everyone, the secrets you don't want them to hear. But that's after the parade. But I've ridden in pickups, floats, convertibles. That's about it.
And take a look at this shot as our drone shot from over the parade. And you get to see a bird's eye view of everything happening as they come here towards Dawson Stadium. Just a great day here in Orangeburg. This has been a lot of fun so far.
It has, yeah. It looks like that was a shot of a band coming down the street, either the OW band or, we can see the ROTC unit. It's right outside the stadium.
Yep. And we're
they're
starting to
beginning
hear
to make their way here to the
Yep.
stadium.
We're starting to hear the bands as well. They're within earshot of us now, so they're starting to make their way here to Dawson Stadium. And I think that's Buddy Pugh's golf cart that's right outside the stadium. So we're starting to make our way here. They're getting here. Look at this crowd. Like I said, I continue to be impressed by this crowd who made their way out here in the middle of a day on a Wednesday to celebrate this Bulldog squad.
Well, Kevin, the SC State fans, they are passionate as any fan base in the country. As a matter of fact, one of our photographers, Devin Jennings, who's working the parade route with Julia, he's an SC State graduate, and he was shooting the Celebration Bowl. And when SC State scored in overtime to go up in overtime, Devin handed me the camera, and I thought he had to change a battery or something. No, he had to go down on one knee because he said his heart was beating too fast. But he was able to finish the game. I thought maybe I was going to have to take him to the ER, but he was able to overcome that and finish his duties. Yeah, look at all the fans here, all the smiling faces.
Rick, I don't think we've talked enough about that Celebration Bowl and just what a bizarre and crazy. I mean, that's a game that people are going to remember for a long time, even if you're not a fan of SC State or the Celebration Bowl in general. But just that was probably one of the better bowl games we had all of last season.
Oh, definitely, because SC State, they fall behind 21-0, 24-0, and you go, this is it. Especially if the offense doesn't get it together. But they came out in the second half, and it was like, I don't know. It was like an out-of-this-world shootout. Both teams going back and forth, and to go 4 overtimes. How many football games have you seen go 4 overtimes? Not many. And
Especially
SC State
since the
to
rule
win it like that?
Yeah. I would have loved to seen what Dennis Berry said at halftime and the message he gave to these guys, because I'm sure it was amazing, because whatever he says 100% worked, because it was a completely different Bulldogs team that came out in that second half and had them ready to go.
Yeah, because if you could bottle that up, you could make a mint selling it to everybody in the universe. Hey, this will make sure that your organization, your team comes out on top. And there's the ROTC unit. They have made their way to the stadium. And how about Monday, King Day at the Dome in Columbia at the State House, and the South Carolina state flag goes up and flies atop the dome for the day.
I'm sure you had way more than I did, but I had probably a dozen messages right after SC State won that Celebration Bowl. When is the flag going to be at the Dome? We want the date. We want to know for sure, because they wanted it the next day, and I was like, I'm sure it's coming. I'm positive it's coming. I don't know the date yet, but it was such a huge deal for SC State alum to see that flag flying over the Dome. That was a huge deal.
There's video of it right there.
Yep.
Some drone video. So, yeah, a very proud moment for SC State Bulldogs all over the world. And there's something that Devin and I, we talked about it after the game, said, hey, do you think they're going to put the SC State flag up? Because we hadn't seen it before for an SC State championship. We'd seen it for numerous championships for South Carolina and Clemson, and so to have it done for SC State, quite fitting and really remarkable and something for everyone to be proud of. Some video of Coach Jeffries there. I believe that's video from his last game as head coach of the Bulldogs in 2001. I was here for that, a rather chilly day, and it was a game that had been canceled early in the season because of 9/11.
Oh, that's right.
Because that weekend after 9/11, the whole sports world shut down, and I remember just how odd it was not having any sports at all, and that game ended up being the last game of the season. Okay, some more shots of the parade route there as they make their way through campus, headed here to Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium, Willie Jeffries Field.
And, we talked about that trio early on, and it's just an amazing run to go from Coach Jeffries to Coach Pugh to Coach Berry. I mean, there's not a lot of, not just college football teams, but there's not a lot of sports teams in general, programs overall, that can kind of have that success over the course of decades. The one that really comes to mind for me is the Pittsburgh Steelers and how they went from Chuck Noll coaching for 20 years to Bill Cowher coaching for almost 20 years, and then Mike Tomlin coaching for 20 years until just recently. So to have that kind of continuity over the course of several decades is just an amazing thing that SC State's been able to pull off over the past several decades.
Yes, and when you look, too, at the number of players that they've sent to the NFL, South Carolina State has 4 former players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Clemson and South Carolina, they have 2 combined, and USC just got theirs this past summer when Sterling Sharp went in. But SC State, they have Marion Motley, an old school, very large running back, Deacon Jones, the sack master with the L.A. Rams, Harry Carson, Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants, and Donnie Shell, Super Bowl champion with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got Kobe Durant with the L.A. Rams now.
Man.
He's got a shot to make it to the Super Bowl. So the tradition of talented players continues here at South Carolina State.
Deacon Jones, one of those guys that I think it's lost to the generations, because I don't know if anyone now, young fans, I know my kids certainly don't, but know just how dominant Deacon Jones was. And just looking at the numbers doesn't do it justice, because people forget they didn't really keep track of sacks back then as an official statistic. So it's tough to tell how many sacks he really had.
Yeah, one of his teammates here at South Carolina State, Willie Jeffries. He can tell you some good stories about Deacon.
And I mean, that just goes back to the continuity this school has continued to have. Just having Coach Jeffries go from a player to being this coach that had so much success with the Bulldogs, and then handing that off to Coach Pugh and now to Coach Berry.
And they're cranking up the PA system here at the stadium. So it may make it a little difficult for us to hear. We may have to jack up our audio, too, in our headset.
All right, this is like the main event of the parade. I can't imagine a better way to end any parade. It should be just the way every parade in the state ends, is bringing Marching 101 as the headliner as they march through here.
Yeah,
here they come.
I was telling you the story earlier before we came on air when I was a student at USC, and the Columbia Christmas Parade was in the evening, and they had the 101 in the parade, and they were like right before Santa Claus. So SC State comes along, and the crowd starts following them. Like there was hardly anyone left to see Santa Claus, and as a matter of fact, I think Santa Claus got off his float, his sleigh, before the parade ended, because it's like, where's the crowd? They're with the Marching 101. And so I don't think they made that mistake again. You have to have the Marching 101 close out the parade if you want the people to hang around.
Santa knows now he can't upstage Marching 101. And they're showing us why right now.
Yeah, we'll just watch them and listen to the SC State band for a little while as they wrap up the parade, and they'll be the last unit of the parade to make their way into Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium, where the program will begin. Definitely one of the best bands in the country, and we've got some numbers, some stats to show you about that coaching trio of Willie Jeffries, Buddy Pugh, and Chennis Berry, because it is quite remarkable. There it is, Willie Jeffries. He had 2 stints with the Bulldogs from 1973 to 78, and then again from 1989 to 2001. And when he left SC State, he became the first African-American coach at a predominantly white institution. That was Wichita State. He left Wichita State, went to Howard, then came back home. His record, 128 wins, 77 losses, and 4 ties. And 3-time Black College National Champion, 7-time MEAC champion, and the accolades just go on for Willie Jeffries. And he's the guy who really got it all started, winning at a high level here at SC State, sending guys to the NFL. Like, he had one season where I think the defense was giving up like an average of 6 points a game. I mean, it just incredible. It's like no one can score, but that's what happens when you have a couple of guys, or several guys on that team that wind up going to the National Football League. One more drone shot as the right there. That's the end of the parade route going through campus, and they're right across the street from the stadium. The Orangeburg Wilkinson Band has just made its way inside the stadium, and another look at the Marching 101. One of the best shows I ever saw the 101 give, Kevin, 2009. That was the year Michael Jackson passed away, and they did a halftime tribute to him. It was just incredible. And they played the Gamecocks that year in Columbia, and I'm going, wonder if they'll do that same show. And they did, and the Gamecock fans loved it. Gave the Marching 101 a standing ovation.
You see every time this band goes on the road, especially when they play the bigger teams like South Carolina, they play Power 4 teams, you almost feel bad for the hometown band because they're going to get overshadowed by Marching 101, and we've seen it happen pretty much everywhere, even in Columbia, whether it's Clemson. I know they played at the Citadel a couple of years ago, and the folks in Charleston were so excited to see this band play at Johnson Hagan Stadium. So just an amazing job they do each and every year.
Yeah, but the past couple of times that SC State has played at Williams-Brice Stadium, the bands perform together. And look, there's Coach Willie Jeffries. He's just wrapped up his parade route. And let's see, are we going to get Coach Jeff over to talk to us now? Are we? All right. Okay, well, hey, Coach, if you've got a minute now, we'll bring you on now. Okay.
How you doing, Coach? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hey, how's my buddy doing?
Oh, great. Like the bottom of the stove. Great.
Well, how was the parade route? How much fun was that for you?
Well, it was great. I think we had over 30 units, and it was just a good to pay tribute to our championship team.
Now, we've been bragging about you during the parade about how you came and you really got this SC State program. You lifted it to a higher level, and then Buddy comes on after you, and now you've got Coach Chennis Berry. How proud of you of the fact that the flag of an HBCU got to fly atop the dome on Monday during King Day?
Well, Rick, I was so happy to see that because I came in 1973 The flag wasn't quite ready to go up there at that time. But to see Coach Berry build on, win our 20th MEAC championship. We didn't start playing football in MEAC till 1971. We came here in 73, missed the conference championship by a half point. We had a tie. We won the next 5 consecutive MEAC championships, 74, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they are building on the foundation. We're just so happy that they are extending the legacy of Bulldog football.
How do you sum up what Coach Berry has done his 2 years here, undefeated at home, back-to-back MEAC champions, back-to-back appearances in the Celebration Bowl, and a national championship, joining the club with you and Buddy, with Natty's on your resume?
Well, you know, he's doing so well. He's going to catch us in a little bit, Buddy and I. And they're saying, well, you're going to lose him. No, we're not going to lose. He is so happy here. We're so happy that he's here. And to come in and win your first 2 years, win the MEAC championship, he has done so well. And for him to have 40 new players each year because of the NIL, how he can get 40 new guys in, know their habits, and mold them into championship players, he has done a tremendous job.
Having this kind of continuity at a school where, you know, you were here for so long, Coach Pugh was here for so long, and now you're both still involved with this program. Just what does that mean to you, and why has it been important for you to stay here?
Well, it means a great deal. For Coach Pugh to be here, I coached Buddy back 73, 74, 75, and for mine to retire in 2001, Buddy to come on board in 2002, and we are all here to help Coach Berry and to keep the Bulldogs at the forefront.
Hey, Coach, I got to ask you, if NIL had been around during your play days, what would your value have been, and what would you have asked for?
Maybe $5, but if they had it. But you know, one kid just came out and he put it on the wire that 60,000 was his. That was it. You had to at least get to 60,000 or better. So I think my value would have been maybe $5 or $10, yeah. enough to go to the movie.
Oh man, you didn't want to break the bank now.
No, didn't want to break the bank. Yeah, that's what I say about people that's got money. If you got money, like Rick Henry, I say Rick's got the mumps. Rick's pockets have the mumps. They're bulging. But in my day, they didn't have that much. Yeah.
Well, hey, Coach, what do you think my NIL value would have been?
Oh, you'd have been mine squared. 5 squared will give you 25. 5 times 5. Yeah, you came along. You were valedictorian of your class. And with that, your smarts, attending class, and playing good football. $25.
So he got movies and dinner.
Oh yeah, and dinner, and got his clothes out to clean.
Oh man. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, but do you have one of your favorite jokes you can share with us today?
No, you know, I thought I was thinking about one to tell, and that one would not suffice.
Okay.
But you know, what happened Sunday scared me. I was sitting in church Sunday, and the guy next to me lit up a cigarette. Yeah, I almost dropped my beer.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't drop it, Coach.
Yeah, now these two guys want to go to my church.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, we'll get together with you and find out what church you go to, Coach. It sounds like fun.
Yeah, Williams Chapel AME.
Okay.
I just saw Ernest up there. You know, we had a choice a long time ago to hire another guy, an alumnus, or hire Ernest to be in the job he has kept. Mm-hmm. But what happened, Bobby Gist, my dear friend, Bobby said, if you hire Ernest, we'll sell all your ads for you. We hired Ernest, and we're happy we did. They didn't sell any ads, but we got Ernest.
Yeah, he's talking about Ernest Robinson, the radio voice for the Bulldogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, Coach Jeff, thanks so much for spending some time with us. Always a pleasure to see my good buddy.
Well, thank you, Rick. And he was valedictorian.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He could spell Bob backwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was one of my favorite words during spelling bees. Always got it right.
Good to see you.
All right. Coach Jeffries, man. Gotta love him.
Hey, Julia Westerman's got more. She's out on the parade route right now. Julia.
Hey, well, we actually made our way in here with the team, and we're joined here now by a couple big pieces of the Bulldog offense. We got Jordan Smith and Ryan Stubblefield here with us. You know, coming in here on the heels of this parade, all of the celebration that you guys have gotten to have over the last month, just what has the support of Bulldog Nation mean to you both?
Man, it means everything to me. Just bringing the championship back to South Carolina State with the support that we have and everything is just big for the community. You know, it shows the kids here that you're possible and you can do anything that you want to do if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, Ryan.
Well, it means for me everything like he just said. My 2 years here has been a great experience, and I wouldn't want to spend my last 2 years of college football anywhere else. And it just felt amazing to be able to bring the fans, kids, and anybody else that support the Bulldogs, the championship back to them.
Both of you know how it feels to have been on the other side of this. So for it to go your way this year, for you guys to get to the top, just what has that been like, remembering what that moment felt like over this past month?
For me, just with the parade, I still don't believe it. It's just the way we did it and how we did it and the way that we have faith in each other and the coaching staff and everybody, even our fans, to stay there and root for us and just do what Bulldogs do. It just feels amazing. It just feels great.
Jordan, was there a moment during this season where you really knew that this is what this team was capable of?
Yeah, I think probably midway during the season when we kind of got into conference play, I knew we were going to be rolling and clicking at that time, and from there we just kept winning. We just kept trusting God, putting our faith in the Lord, and from there he just led us the whole way. So
yeah, I wanted to ask you about Coach Berry. Just what has he done? I mean, it's only been 2 seasons. What has he done not only for this program but for all of you and then Orangeburg as a whole?
He's changed the culture of the whole entire Orangeburg. You hear everybody says "Go Dogs" or "Want to Know" every time you see them. So just bringing hope and bringing light back to Orangeburg. And it's been amazing. The things that he's done so far. I appreciate him for everything, just for giving me an opportunity as well. So.
I can take the words just right out of his mouth and say the same thing. From Go Dogs to Want to Know to the meanings behind Want to Know and Go Dogs and all of that stuff. So now, it's just, where'd you come from? Scared me right there. But yeah, like I said, he's just changing the dynamic of the whole Orangeburg. Everybody, just loves Coach Berry and loves the Bulldogs, so we love them back. So
last one for you guys. What's a Coach Berry phrase that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life?
No, man, gotta go work.
I gotta think really deep right here. For life, earn your food. You gotta earn your food. You gotta earn everything in this program. You gotta earn everything.
All right, well, congratulations to you both. Go off, enjoy the rest of the day. Appreciate the time. Well, guys, we've got the whole team rolling in here right now, coming in off the heels of that very exciting parade. And the show's not over yet. We've got a program coming up here shortly, set to honor several people on this team and just celebrate this whole entire team. So, guys, I'll send it back to you. What's happening over there?
Right there outside the stadium. That means the program is going to start shortly. Ernest Robinson, you heard Coach Jeff talking about him, the voice of the Bulldogs. He's going to be the MC. We're going to hear from President Conyers, some Board of Trustees members, Michael C. Butler, the Orangeburg mayor, as well as Coach Chinnisberry, Buddy Pugh, who's now the interim athletics director for South Carolina State. So I'm sure we're going to hear some stirring words, and I can't wait for Coach Berry to get up there.
Besides the band, this is what I've been waiting for, is Coach Berry with an open mic, a live mic. That's worth it. You could put this on pay-per-view, and I would pay $20 to see this. Coach Berry is one of the best talking coaches that I've had in 20-plus years here in the Low Country. So very excited to see what he says after winning this championship.
Right. When he was hired at Benedict College, his introductory press conference, Man, I was looking for a collection plate to come around. I was going to throw a few bucks in it because it felt like I was at an old Baptist, service. And it was the same thing when he was hired at South Carolina State. Man, when he gets done with you, it's like, okay, give me some pads and a helmet. I'm ready to go out there and play some football.
Well, these days it might be smart to hand out that collection plate here and just see if anyone wants to start donating towards the NIL to keep some of these players here for next year.
Oh, man. That's one of my favorite people on this planet because whenever we get together, we carry on like that. And trust me, he could have been a great stand-up comedian. He has unbelievable material. Like when he hears a good joke, he has this little notebook he'll pull out and he'll write it down. And when he was still coaching, and if I wasn't coming down to talk to him, whoever I would send down, sometimes I said, hey, I'm going to give you a joke for Coach Jeff, but you got to bring one back for me. Yeah, he is. If you can't smile and be happy around Willie Jeffries, there's no hope for you.
No, he's amazing, and Coach Pugh has always been one of my favorites to talk to as well since I got here. I was pretty sure early on that he was maybe stabilizing the Diet Coke economy in the entire state of South Carolina, because I don't think I saw him for the first probably decade I was here without a Diet Coke in his hand.
Man, I'll never forget one of the first times I heard him speak. They had a Harry Carson day in Florence after he won the Super Bowl with the Giants. And so he's talking about Harry. He says, man, Harry was one of the most impressive freshmen they ever had at South Carolina State. He said he was the only freshman to arrive on campus with matching luggage. All of his stuff was in 2 Piggly Wiggly bags. And I've used that line over and over the years. As a matter of fact, I used it against Coach Jeff one time.
That's a good one. I like that. I'm going to keep track of that one.
Let's see. We're still waiting on the Marching 101 to get here.
Looks like they're working their way in.
I think they're doing a couple of performances out there, taking their time because I think just about everyone else that was in the parade is just about here. And I see, here's SC State coming in through the entrance over there, the Marching 101. So we're just a short time away from starting the program.
Coach Barry's up on the podium along with the HBCU National Championship trophy is there. They're ready to go.
Yeah, and they're telling us that it's they don't anticipate the program lasting too long, but we're gonna stay right with this. We're gonna stay on air, carrying it live. So don't go anywhere. You'll get to hear from all the speakers, and then we'll have some wrap-up interviews as well.
Yeah, we got nowhere else to be. There's nowhere else I'd want to be right now. I'm excited to hear, like I said, Coach Barry's talk. I'm excited to hear Coach Pugh talk and just honor this national championship team the way they should be.
You know, Coach Barry, you mentioned him. Let's see if producer Nick has that sound queued up with Coach Barry. Where he's always had some great sound bites during the season at his press conferences, some words of wisdom and some inspiring comments. So, producer Nick, why don't you roll that for us right now? Well, we're going to watch the band come in, and then we'll have that for you. The precision marching of the 101. Kevin, here's a pop quiz for you.
All right, hit me.
Okay. How many band members are in the Marching 101?
Let's see. Do we count the flag wavers and the batons? Do those count as the marching band?
Yeah, everyone.
Okay. I'm going to say 101.
You know, that's a good answer, but I'm sure it's more than 101, but I don't know, the 101 name is just stuck. The Marching 101. I don't know if I have time today. Maybe we have an intern here with us. Maybe we can assign her as to count the
just
members.
Count
take
one
roll
by
call.
one. We're going to have time while everyone's talking. I can count.
Yeah, were you ever in a band?
I was an all-state chorus singer in high school.
Oh, really?
I know. It's,
Wow.
I don't know if I appreciate that look I got, that look of disbelief you just gave me.
I don't know. Well, you got time to hit us with a little something?
No,
while we wait?
those days are long over. long over. How about you? Were you a fan?
Yeah, I've got a little singing ability. As a matter of fact, in the Glee Club, they asked me to sing solo that no one could hear me.
I was gonna say let's not give anyone any ideas, because next thing you know, the next show on Palmetto Sports Entertainment is gonna be you and me just doing karaoke someday.
No, if I got on the mic singing here, this place would empty quickly, and they might not come back ever. Because it'd be such a traumatic experience. They go, hey, you want to go see the Bulldogs play? Is that guy going to be singing?
He's
me.
out.
So that's all right. Yeah, the friendly folks here at SC State.
Man, everyone's so excited here.
And the fans. Yeah, now the fans are making their way in, and I think they're going to have quite a crowd here, Kevin.
I continue to be impressed, and just the amount of the crowd we've got. I knew there would be a crowd here because this is a big deal to have a state national championship parade, but doing it in the middle of a day on a Wednesday, I was like, I don't know how many people will show up, but these people have shown up, and they are excited to celebrate this team, so this is really awesome.
Let's see, I still think we have a little bit of time before the program gets started. Okay, let's hear the best of Chennisberry sound from the 2025 season. Roll it, Nick.
I keep receipts now. So all through the season, we had those conference calls. Nobody wasn't asking me any questions. It was always directed to the two NFL guys. And I'll sit there and get one or two questions. And they get 20 or 30. So I'm going to say that. There's good football coaches that come through HBCU. We can coach. It's football, right? They're going to run curl flat. They're going to run full vertical. They're going to run inside zone. They're going to run outside zone. They're going to run power. They're going to run counter. But guess what? They have a 6'4", 250-pound quarterback back there. So at the end of the day, it's not about plays. It's about the players. It's not many of those people in America. When God was creating people, He didn't create many 6'4", 250-pound quarterbacks. I'm never too high, I'm never too low. Now, I get a little animated. My vocabulary probably changes a little bit on game day, just because I'm very passionate about what I do. It's just like going to work all week, right? You go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you get to Friday and don't give you a check. Like, how in the world did I go to work all week and don't get a check? Well, it was the same thing when you drive the ball all the way down the field. Just like later on in the game, we had an 18-play drive. We crush the clock, and then we get down there and don't put it in the box. Oh, we're going to A-Town Wings. We're going. As a matter of fact, as I was walking out the staff meeting a second ago, my young coach that's responsible for getting the wings, as I'm walking out, he's walking out too, but they're still continuing the meeting. And he met me and intersected me right there. It's like, Coach, let me get that card, because we about to go get these wings. And, you look at our team. We had a pretty dominant football team last year, but all those guys are gone. I keep saying it. They're all gone. It's a new guy, the next man up. It's nothing. I'm just making up, guys. All right, so we give the next man an opportunity and to see those guys hunt.
It's like the old heavyweight fights, man, when Tyson used to fight, against the big dogs. Man, it's two big dogs. You're talking about a championship game. So they got players, we got players too.
Well, that meal started to wear off a little bit as we were sitting in the locker room. So now we got to start eating our halftime snacks before the game. All right, so now when we go at halftime, all the halftime snacks are gone. When they wake up, because it's a noon kickoff, when it's time to wake up, it's time to play football. So you don't have time when you have a night game. You can get up. You can have a little walk to. You can get your little coffee. You can get ready to rock and roll in the morning. No, when you play a noon game, when you wake up and your eyes wake up and your feet hit the ground, you give a good Lord thanks for another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Then it's time to play some football.
Well, you gotta love Chennisberry in front of a microphone. Kevin, he never disappoints.
No, that could have been 10 times longer. That could have been a full half-hour special on its own, and I would have been fine with that. That was fantastic. The great stuff that Julia put together.
Yeah, he made a special guest appearance on my live shot last Thursday from the Gamecock women's Texas basketball game. And to see the reaction of some of the Gamecock fans coming up, talking to him, taking selfies with him, hey, the man is hot. He is popular. And, Coach Jeff says, hey, he's not going anywhere.
Nope.
And if Coach Jeff said it, I'm going to believe it, that they're going to do whatever they can to keep that man in Orangeburg.
No, I completely believe Coach Jeffries right there. So, there's no reason to think anything's going to change anytime soon. I'm curious, he said after winning that national championship, he kept receipts. I want to know, has he cashed in those, has he made calls, said, hey, you haven't talked about us enough, and we're going to keep track of that next year? Because I feel like he's a guy who probably would do that at this point.
Oh, yeah, he would. He said he's taking, Yep, I got something for you, and you. All right, well, it looks like, the Marching 101, they're taking their spot up in the stands. So I think we're just probably a few minutes away from getting this program started. And Julia Westerman. Hey, Julia, come on over and join us.
Jordan Smith and Ryan Stubblefield just a second ago. You can see how much this means to them, so it's been really cool.
Yeah, we could tell that the fans, they were very energetic, excited, passionate. It was like a game day. And did Spike teach us some of his moves? He was really getting down out there.
I wasn't paying any attention. I was locked in on the interview, but I'm going to have to ask him again because I feel like I need to get some of those moves in my repertoire.
Where is Spike? We can just bring him over here.
Just bring him up. Where is Spike?
He's got to be here somewhere.
What if we just called him up?
Bring him. I think you should go find him.
He's sitting on the ground over there.
Go grab Spike.
We just listened to that compilation of the best sound of Shinnis Berry from his press conferences. Now, you've been down.
Yeah.
You come down just about every Monday to his press conference. What are those like? Being in the room with him. I'm here. I hear his post-game press conferences and just, when I see him, those Monday press conferences.
Well, I'll tell you, they always start the same way. It's always a great day to be a Bulldog. So that's how he starts it. Go Dogs once he walks in the room. And honestly, the energy is always the same whether they won or they lost the weekend before. He always comes in and lays out what happened for us and then answers everything honestly. And I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I get the first question every time. So that's been pretty great over the past couple of years. I've loved that. But no, it's great to see, how he runs this program and get that insight and just really see inside his mind as he's creating this program that's already reached so much success over the first 2 seasons with him.
Now, we talked to Coach Jeffries earlier, and he said, hey, folks are getting worried how much longer are they going to be able to keep Shinnis around. And Coach Jeff said, hey, he's not going anywhere. He's going to stay right here. And if Coach Jeff is saying it, I'm all in with Coach Jeff. They'll do whatever they need to do to keep Shinnis Berry here with the Bulldogs.
Well, and of course, it's obviously a very different landscape of the time when Coach Jeff was here and when Coach Pugh was here. It's a very different sport at this point. But you saw the longevity with all of their success, and they kept them here, and they wanted to be here. So you got to wonder, Coach Berry's built something great already. Why shouldn't he want to stay and keep driving more success to this program and bringing more eyes to Orangeburg? I mean, they were on national television when they played this Celebration Bowl, so more people know about SC State. So why shouldn't people know about SC State, and why shouldn't he want to be a part of it? So.
Yeah, but you talk about national television, boy, what a big thing it is for them to play in that Celebration Bowl. As it's early in the bowl season, and Kevin and I were talking about how exciting their bowl game was. It goes to quadruple overtime, and really, when you look at all the bowls, that has to be right up there, I would say, in the top 3 as far as excitement. maybe even number one.
Well, we got such disappointing bowls this year, and then you look at that one, the very first one of the whole slate, and that's how we start. I remember watching it in the newsroom, and all of us are gathered around the TV that was the most up-to-date, because they're all kind of on different times. But we were watching it very locked in and figuring out what was going to happen in this game, and the excitement of when they finally pulled it off at the end there at 4 OT, and just seeing the relief in all of their faces and just the celebration of it all was very exciting.
Well, you think about it, it's one of the few bowl games where the entire team still comes in place. Guys haven't opted out yet. The whole team is still pretty much together. Plus, it's the first one that really comes after the regular season. Those major playoff games, those teams have sitting around for 2 or 3 weeks, and they've had a time to get rusty. These guys play just, a week and a half or so after their regular season ends. They're still in game shape. They're still, on a week-to-week basis playing. So they were ready to go, and those guys all came through.
Well, anybody who plays in the MEAC, they have a shorter conference slate than the SWAC does, so they do have a couple of weeks that they have to wait to, play that next game. But they were ready to go, and they got it done, and it was really great to see.
Let me ask the two of you this question, because, I've been following the Bulldogs for a long time. I've seen, I saw Coach Jeff win a national championship, Buddy win national titles, and now Chennis Berry. When you're here in the stadium, when you hear the stories, when you're talking to people like Coach Jeff and Buddy, do you get a sense of the legacy and just the importance of the South Carolina State program, not only here in South Carolina, but nationally?
Absolutely. When I got here, that was something that was almost immediately drilled in, this is a program that has won before, continues to win, and wants to win more. So it's really cool to see that really, continue, because I saw the end of Buddy Pugh's tenure and then now saw Coach Berry come in here. So it's something that you don't accept this job if you don't want to keep that success going.
And it's not just the program, but it's everything around the program as well. You see how important this team is to the community here in Orangeburg. And even when things aren't going great for the team, these stands are still usually really packed, and people come to see the band, and people come to see the cheerleaders, and just everything that goes around with the program. And it just shows you how important this is, to the community as a whole. And it's such a great thing to see.
Well, you're even seeing it now. Everybody who's showing up on a Wednesday morning in January. People got to work, but they made sure they're here.
Yeah, my mother's family, she was one of 8 kids. 5 of them went to college. My uncle, her only brother, came here to South Carolina State. And as far as my memory goes, the first college campus I remember being on was this campus. I was here for something, I can't remember what, but I was here with my mother and one of her colleagues, one of her teachers. So I'm going, I don't think it was a graduation. All I remember, it was a long day, and little young Rick was kind of aggravated and ready to go home. But this was the first college campus I can remember being on. And so it's such an important legacy to so many people. And we talked to Coach Jeff about the pride he took in the SC State flag being flown over the State House Dome on Monday for King Day. That was quite a moment.
What a special moment. And you could just see how much this means to anybody who's on this team, and whether or not they're winning every year. They've won the MEAC twice in a row. It means just as much the second time as it did the first time. And to the people who are graduating and leaving this program, I asked Jordan and Ryan a second ago, I was like, what's something that Coach Berry has said to you that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life? And they both had a great answer, and those are things that they will always remember.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are amazed when I tell them that SC State has more guys in the Pro Football Hall of Fame than the Gamecocks and Clemson combined, 4 to a total of 2 for
good reason.
USC and Clemson. And Deacon Jones, one of those 4, was a teammate of Coach Jeffries here. So you can imagine Coach Jeff has quite a few stories about Deacon Jones.
Well, Rick, you've talked about how long you've been covering this program. Where do you rank this team, this year's squad, against some of the great SC State teams you've seen over the decades here?
Ooh, man, this team. Okay, well, they lost 3 games.
Yep.
They lost. So that kind of tells you they're not going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1 has to be one of Coach Jeff's teams, where I was telling you, It was an unbelievable number that they gave up on defense, like single digits, and they had some NFL guys and some Pro Football Hall of Famers.
All right,
okay,
looks like
the
we're getting
program is
started
starting.
here.
Erneston Robinson is at the mic, so let's listen in.
Alexander Conyers, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, Coach Willie Jeffries, Mrs. Mary Jeffries, faculty, coaches, administrative staff, students, friends. For the Celebration Bowl Victory Parade ceremony, as we celebrate the 2025 season, which culminated December 13th with a 40-38 win over Prairie View A&M in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. For young fellows that I've been involved with South Carolina State football. By the way, my name is Ernest Robinson. I've been doing South Carolina State football since do the math. I've seen some games. Tennessee State, Furman, Jackson State, but the greatest game in the history of South Carolina State football was the 2025 Celebration Bowl. Right now, with our official welcome, I want to bring up the 13th president of South Carolina State University, President Alexander Conyers. He'll be followed by Chairman of the Board of Trustees, James. Thank you. What about now? Bulldog Nation! Thank you for being here. I'm so excited that you have joined us so that we can celebrate this championship football team. Now, before we do that, I want to recognize what I refer to this season as our 12th man. That's our Marching 101 band. And our cheerleaders. We were able to get them to our away games, and we needed them. And they came through, and it pushed our football team to the finish line. So cheerleaders, Marching 101, thank you for what you do. So again, welcome to this ceremony. We have a very, very special presentation from some elected officials who happens to be Bulldogs as well. Bulldog Nation, you showed up this football season. I invite you all back to this field on April 18th for our blue and garnet and blue extravaganza, where we will also present this football team their championship ring. And remember, the garnet and blue extravaganza is the only university-supported and sanctioned scholarship event this April. Go Dogs!
What am I looking for?
Good afternoon, Bulldog Nation. Honestly, has been established. And so what we're going to do, since we got a good number of people you would rather hear from today for sure, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we want to say thank you again for allowing us such a wonderful moment. We want to take credit only for one thing regarding this Celebration Bowl win. The current Board of Trustees is responsible for selecting the greatest president we have at any university. Selected, without a doubt, unequivocally, the best coach in the land. So, my seat, and I look around at these national champions, I want to say to the coach, I only had one thought while we sat there, and it was in the words of a famous philosopher by the name of John Wolfgang Goethe. And these are his words. He said, if you look at a man, that man would only become worse. But if you take the time to look at a man as he could be, that very same man will become the man that he ought to be. Thank you, Bulldog Nation, for another national championship.
Thank you, Chairman Gant. We're going to continue with our program and break up a man who's been very special to South Carolina State, because 3 times, he's had the opportunity to invite South Carolina State to participate in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. So South Carolina, let's give a big South Carolina State welcome to the Executive Director of the Cricket Celebration Bowl, Mr. John Grant.
Thank you. You ought to bear with me for a moment, because this moment that we're in today, right now, warrants, I think, that I've put together to say. You know, today we celebrate more than a victory. We celebrate South Carolina State University, champions of the 10th anniversary Cricket Celebration Bowl, and they are HBC national champions. That deserves a applause from you. This moment did not happen by accident. Champions are built long before the lights come on, long before kickoff, long before the confetti falls. They're built through leadership, through vision, and through unwavering administrative support. That support believes in excellence. That support understands it is not an option, and that is expected. South Carolina State's administration understood something fundamental. If you want championship results, you must first create a championship environment. That means making the right decisions at the top, starting with the selection of the right leader of the program, hiring Coach Chennis Berry. It was not just a coaching decision, it was a culture decision. Coach Berry embodies discipline, accountability, and belief. He set a standard And more importantly, he demanded that everyone in the program rise. But leadership alone is not enough without players who buy in. You see, this championship belongs to a group of dedicated student athletes who understood the attitude required to be champions. They understood that championship demands sacrifice, preparation, toughness, and unity. They embraced the daily work, the uncomfortable work that separates contenders from champions. They didn't just wear the jersey. They carried the responsibility that comes with representing a proud institution and an entire HBCU legacy housed right here at South Carolina State University. Now that brings us to the stage on which this achievement was earned, the Cricket Celebration Bowl. You see, the Celebration Bowl is not just another game on the calendar. It is a cornerstone of the college football season. It is the definitive stage for HBCU football excellence, where tradition meets national visibility and where champions are crowned on the sport's biggest platform. This year, the Celebration Bowl reached 2.3 million viewers and peaked at 3 million. You see, those numbers matter. They represent growth. They represent relevance. They represent millions of people across the country tuning in to witness the power, pride, and passion of HBCU football. That kind of audience does not come without trust. ESPN's commitment to the Celebration Bowl has been intentional and meaningful. ESPN has affirmed what we already know, that this is a premium product. The Bulldogs exemplified that. A compelling story and a vital part of college football's future. And let me be clear. Our commitment to this value asset must be without question. Our commitment. Let me say that again. Has to be without question. We must continue to invest. Heard it tonight. Garnet, invest. These programs don't happen without that. You know, South Carolina State's championship is a testament to what happens when leadership aligns with purpose. When administration empowers excellence, the right coach leads the right players, right mindset. 1-0. This victory is history. This platform is powerful, and this moment is us all. When belief meets preparation, championships follow. So congratulations to South Carolina State University, the 10th anniversary Cricket Celebration Bowl champions. National champion. Congratulations.
Continuing with our program with the presentation of flags. For those that may not know, the South Carolina State flag flew this past week atop the dome of the State House.
For those of us in South Carolina can remember at one time when there were 3 flags that flew. Now there's just 2. But we were the 3rd flag. That other flag we don't want to ever see again. Of course, South Carolina State's flag may fly again next year because we want to do this again next season. 2 men two South Carolina State Bulldogs graduates that made that happen. State Representatives Dion Tedder, Hamilton, with the senator, thank you, that made that possible with the presentation of the flags.
Bulldogs. Bulldogs. There we go. Good afternoon. My name is State Representative Hamilton Grant, joined with my day one State Senator Dion Tedder. It is an honor to be with you all this afternoon. We apologize for our tardiness. We were literally having floor debates on the House and the Senate, but we respectfully told our leadership we've got a place to be. We've got to be in the Garden City or Orangeburg, South Carolina. To our president, to the board of trustees, staff, faculty of this great institution, our students, it is an honor again to be with you. Again, congratulations to the 2025 national champions, the cheerleading team, the Marching 101. What's happening, y'all? Listen, I said it earlier, but the guy standing next to me is truly a day one. It was back in 2008 when he was a freshman and I was a sophomore in the Marching 101 band, me being Amtrak Express, he being Screaming Eagle. And we marched here at this institution. So this is a full circle moment for us because as we stand on the same field that we marched on and did halftime shows for, here we are today to make history in presenting for the first time in state's history. For the first time in state's history. For the first time in the state of South Carolina's history, the flag of South Carolina State University that flew over our capital. Last night, Senator Tedder and I, Representative Jared Govan, who could not be with us, and all the host of senators and House members who send their congratulations. But last night, Senator Tedder and I had a conversation with our governor, Henry McMaster. And I want to publicly thank Governor McMaster because as we requested this, he honored the request. And as he emphatically said last night, South Carolina State is the gem of the state of South Carolina. Governor McMaster has committed to us, and it's imposed upon us that whoever becomes our state's next governor to make sure that they continue investing in South Carolina State University. And so as we watched the 4 overtime, Senator Tedder and I were texting each other feverishly to say, hey, I think we could pull this out. And so he and I got together with Representative Jared Govan and some others, and we said we need to make sure that our flag flies above our capital. And so we sent a letter to the governor's office, and it was never a question of how, it was only a question of when. And as the school told us they wanted that flag to fly on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and as every camera in this state that was at the State House captured that flag, it became evident of how historic this moment was. And so I want to thank all of our colleagues. I want to thank the football team because without y'all, there would be no flag that flew above the Capitol. And so with that, it doesn't matter who wins the Celebration Bowl afterwards, even though we know it'll continue to be us. But just in case somebody tries to win or ends up winning and they happen to be from another state and you happen to see that flag fly above that capital, understand the Bulldogs did it first. God bless you.
What's up, Bulldogs? What's up, Bulldogs? Y'all heard me speak the other day, so I'm not going to be long. But just to echo my brother Hamilton, Representative Grant, one of the signs and things that y'all need to understand is that everybody out here, everybody on this stage, down on the field, this is greatness. South Carolina State University is greatness. It is the best school in the state of South Carolina. The only football team in the state to bring a national championship home. So when we're in Columbia and we're debating legislation and people come up and we go in all these rooms and mostly with people that don't look like us, and they say, well, man, where'd you go to school? I went to South Carolina State. Oh, yeah, USC Columbia. No. The South Carolina State University in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Because we proud Bulldogs, and we are going to represent no matter what room we're in. So that being said, know that your greatness, and you can do anything you want to do, and wear that name proud when you graduate from here. Wear that name proud on your chest when you go places. Let people know that you're an SC State Bulldog. And as the governor said to us last night, when, Coach, we win another championship, they're going to raise another flag. So that being said, we want to invite the president up and Coach Barry. And shout out to this football team. Again, realistically, if it wasn't for y'all and the hard work, the practice hours y'all put in, all the yelling and the drills back and forth, thank you. Your work paid off. So what we have here, the flag that you saw flying atop the state capitol on Monday is framed in this box. And here we have a certificate from the governor that states this is the exact flag that flew atop the state capitol, and we're presenting this today. The coach and the school, thank you again. Congratulations on your win, and continue to do the great work for this university. Go Bulldogs!
The governor said a challenge to present.
Let's get another flag. Let's get another championship next year.
Thank you, Senator Tedder and Representative Grant. Here in Orangeburg, South Carolina State's been supported through the years. City of Orangeburg, representing the City of Orangeburg, Mayor Michael C. Butler, and County Councilwoman Dolores Frazier of Orangeburg County.
Good afternoon. If they would come over and stand in front. Just come stand here. Good afternoon. On behalf of the City of Orangeburg, City Council is absolutely honored to welcome all of you here today to celebrate something truly special, championship victory of our South Carolina State Bulldogs. Let's give them a hand. Today, we celebrate excellence. Today we celebrate perseverance. Today we celebrate teamwork. For the nation, what Bulldog Pride looked like. To the students and athletes, you played with your heart, discipline, determination. You represented your university, your family, and this city with class, grit, every single step of the way. You did not just win the game, you inspired a community. To Coach Chennis, Barry, and his entire coaching staff, congratulations. on a job exceptionally well done. Your leadership, preparation, belief in these young men made this championship possible. You built more than a winning team. You built a culture of accountability, excellence, confidence, and today we thank you for that. This championship means more than a trophy. It means pride for South Carolina State. It means joy for Orangeburg. It means visibility, momentous, and a reminder of the greatness lives right in this city. To the fans, alumni, band members, cheerleaders, everyone who stood behind this team, your energy, your support, and your unwavering belief helped power this victory. This parade is for you as much as it is for the team. Bulldogs, today we celebrate you. We celebrate loudly. You have given Orangeburg another reason to stand tall, to cheer proudly, and to say with confidence, champions live here. Congratulations again to South Carolina State Bulldogs, Coach Berry, and the entire program. Enjoy this moment. You earned it. Now, Orangeburg, let us show some love for them. Again, on December the 16th, we wrote a proclamation to South Carolina State Bulldogs and to name it Coach Chennis Berry Day in the city of Orangeburg. Thank you, and God bless you. Go Bulldogs!
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord and Redeemer. Fire it up, ready to go. Fire it up, ready to go. Good evening, Bulldog. I am Dolores Frazier, a proud South Carolina State University alum and elected official representing District 6. At this time, would all persons who are here from the county, the elected officials, please come forward. Okay. Horace Frazier, and I was born on the Edisto Drive. Yes, behind the liquor store. As a county council person, it gives me great pleasure to proudly recognize and commend the South Carolina State University football team on their extraordinary achievements securing the national championship. Through discipline and unwavering determination, and on the fourth attempt of all demonstrated excellence on and off the field, we won the game. Now, I read to you from the county. State of South Carolina, County of Orangeburg, resolution honoring South Carolina State University Bulldogs football team. Whereas South Carolina State University is the home of the 2025 MEAC and HBCU national champion South Carolina State Bulldog football team. And whereas the Bulldogs captured their 20th overall MEAC title in school history, as well as 9th HBCU national title, including their second Cricket Wireless Celebration Bowl national championship. And whereas the Bulldogs have captured back-to-back MEAC titles in 2024 and 2025 under head coach Dennis Berry. And whereas the head football coach, Dennis Berry, was named MEAC Coach of the Year, and numerous athletes earned postseason conference and national awards for the second straight year. And whereas the Bulldogs have produced more professional football Hall of Famers than any other college or university in the state of South Carolina. Whereas the Bulldogs have played in several conferences over the years, but have played in the MEAC conference from 1991 to present. And whereas the Bulldogs posted a perfect 10-0 mark in league play, as well as being undefeated at Oliver C. Dawson Stadium on Willie Jeffries Field the past 2 seasons. And whereas the Bulldogs claim a historical monumental win Saturday, December 13th, 2025, in a game against Perry View A&M Panthers at the Cricket Wireless Celebration Bowl, hosted at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta. Whereas the Bulldogs finished the 2025 campaign ranked among the top 25 nationally in FCA at number 21. And whereas the County of Orangeburg thank all the loyal fans for showing their support to the Bulldogs this past weekend. Now, be it for resolved that the County of Orangeburg congratulate the South Carolina State Bulldogs, Coach Dennis Berry, and the entire athletic department for bringing another national championship home to Orangeburg County, the home of Bulldog Nation. Be it further resolved, this 20th day of January 2026, a copy of this resolution shall be spread across the permanent written records of Orangeburg County. Attest Connie Porty, Clerk of County Council, and Johnny Wright, Chairman. Coach Tennis, I'd like to at this time present this to you, and please cherish it. Now, we're not finished yet. I want to take off the fur for all of y'all. Okay, thank you. What I have on is the T-shirt that we will be presenting to all of the football players, but I have mine on. This is the front. And now turn it around to the back. I would like to say this to Ernest. I was there when they took the Confederate flag down, and I was there when they put the South Carolina State University flag up. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of the festivities. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Frazier. The next two speakers are South Carolina State alums. First, we'll hear from the South Carolina State University National Alumni Association President, Yolanda Williams. And she'll be followed by remarks from Mr. Art Williams, President of the State Club.
Good afternoon, Bulldogs. It's what winning looks like. Today, we are not just celebrating a trophy. We are celebrating the tenacity of South Carolina State University and the people who make this institution extraordinary. That Celebration Bowl victory showed the world exactly who we are. When the moment demanded focus and toughness, our Bulldogs answered the call. They stayed composed, trusted the work they put in, and finished strong. That wasn't luck. That was character. And that same character lives throughout this campus and our community. It shows up in our alumni chapter and the unwavering support we feel from Orangeburg and beyond. Today, we celebrate our student athletes, our coaches, and everyone who helped make this championship season possible. You represent this university with class. And Bulldog Nation, and let's be clear, that victory wasn't powered by the team alone. The Marching 101 brought the sound, the spirit, and the energy that lifted our Bulldogs and rocked the stadium. From kickoff to final whistle, they set the tone and reminded everybody exactly who we are. So enjoy this moment, celebrate loud, and keep showing the world that championships are made here at South Carolina State University.
Good afternoon. I said good afternoon, Bulldogs. It is indeed a pleasure to stand before you today for this special occasion. My name is Art Williams, your state club, #Booster Club president. Will all state club members present please stand with me? On behalf of our more than 900 committed members and women who hold membership with this state club, we want to congratulate you, Coach Barry, and our national championship football team. Thank you, Coach Barry and coaching staff, for your team's true garnet and blue Bulldog tenacity. True, your uncompromised leadership, your faith, your commitment, and your courage. You have instilled in your team a belief in themselves that they can achieve, that they can compete, and that they can win. The win ended season, but it began a realization within you that all things are possible if you believe. Please know that we believe and will continue our support of Bulldog Athletics, our magnificent university. I want to leave all of our athletes with a quote by legendary football coach Joe Paterno. The will to win is important, but the will to prepare is vital. May God continue to bless the South Carolina State University Bulldog Go Dogs.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. I want you to turn your attention to the video board where we will receive a message from the Honorable James E. Clyburn, followed by remarks from John Rickenbacker, Congressman Clyburn's office.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise, a proud South Carolina State University alumnus, to congratulate its football team on their new title, the 2025 HBCU National Champions. The Bulldogs erased a 21-point halftime deficit, scoring 3 touchdowns in the third quarter to win the Cricket Celebration Bowl in a 4-overtime thriller over Prairie View A&M University. So my sincere apologies to my good friend and our colleague, Emmanuel Cleaver. The Bulldogs finished the season 10-3 and claimed their second Celebration Bowl title and third appearance in the Classic over the past 5 years. It was also a great honor for the city and county of Orangeburg, and the state of South Carolina showed its appreciation by flying the school's flag over the Capitol Dome yesterday as the nation honored HBCU graduate Martin Luther King, Jr. Mr. Speaker, I ask that you and our colleagues join me in congratulating the South Carolina State University Bulldogs for their exceptional season. This championship will be remembered not only for the trophies earned and individual achievements and the sportsmanship for the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Are you back?
And the 3-yard line.
Bulldog, the most famous graduate from South Carolina State University, the third highest ranking congressman in Washington, Congressman Clyburn, stood on the House floor yesterday to make that announcement. But more so than that, he also put in the official record. The congressional record is the highest honor that you can put in the record in Washington, D.C. He put in the constitutional record yesterday the record of South Carolina State winning this national championship. And I'm going to just read a part of it. A lot of the bullets have already been shared by the mayor and Dolores Frazier. Tribute to South Carolina State University 2025 HBCU National Championship Football Team by Congressman Jim Clyburn. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to pay tribute to the recent accomplishment of South Carolina State University Bulldog football team, my alma mater. And in the last statement, he said, with the season was defined by collected effort and solid teamwork. Special recognition is due to several outstanding players, the whole team, and Coach Berry and his assistant coaches and staff. Mr. Speaker, I ask that you and our colleagues join me in honoring the South Carolina State University Bulldogs for their exceptional season and victory in the 2025 HBCU National Championship Bowl. At this time, I would ask that Coach Berry come up, the chairman of the board, and the president will present this congressional to you at this time. Any board members here, please stand and be recognized as well. I also like to say that this congressional record was given to Coach Jeffries
when he won the national championship, and Coach Buddy Pugh when he won the national championship. Coach Pugh, would you join us as well on the stand? Come up. Congratulations.
Bulldog Nation. It's about that time. Marching 101. Our next speaker won 8 MEAC championships, 3 Black College National Championships. He was a 4-time MEAC Coach of the Year and a member of the MEAC Hall of Fame and the South Carolina Football Hall of Fame. Out of a big South Carolina State welcome, Buddy Pugh.
Thank you, Ernest. Go Dogs! Go Dogs! I can tell you when President Conyers stood up in front of this podium and said that the band and the cheerleaders were the 12th man, he didn't lie. But now I can tell you that the real hero in that deal was President Conyers himself, because he supported us and gave us the opportunity to get our band and our cheerleaders to South Carolina Central and the Delaware State, because everybody thought that they were going to kick out, you know what. But now, Coach Bear, I gotta get at you a little bit, because his model for the whole year season was hold the rope. And I can tell you that my hands were getting a little weak about halftime of that daggone Celebration Bowl. But I'm gonna be honest with you, even though I was concerned, I'm a little bit embarrassed by the fact that I gave in on you. But at the same time, I can tell you I'll never do it again. So as we go down the road, we appreciate our president and the board of trustees, all the folks who support us and do all the things they do us to give us the opportunity to have the successes that we are, because otherwise they wouldn't ever have it. So thank you. I'm looking forward to it, big boy. Go Dogs!
All right, folks. Our next speaker needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. He's the first and only coach in South Carolina State history to lead a team to a conference championship in his first season. is a 2-time MEAC Coach of the Year, a 4-time American Football Coaches Association FCS Region 2 Coach of the Year. Currently, he's gone 1-0, 10 times in the MEAC. Currently, he's gone 1-0, 8 times in a row, including the epic 40-38 win over Prairie View before the largest television audience in the history of the Celebration Bowl. He hails from Cleveland, Ohio, by way of Savannah State University. After 2 seasons, he is the undisputed, undefeated king of the MEAC. He is Kenneth Berry Jr.
Get up for the Bulldogs. Everybody get up. Get up for the Bulldogs. Everybody.
Get up for the Bulldogs. Everybody get up. Get up for the Bulldogs. Everybody get up.
Try that one more time. 'Cause I need your best. Go dog. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. I tell you what, I think that the South Carolina State University Bulldogs went 1-0 today. No doubt about it. As I stand here today on this January the 21st, 2026, I want to first thank everyone, every administrator, every Board of Trustees member, every alumni, faculty, staff, students, for all that you do. Who supported South Carolina State University football throughout this entire season. What a journey we had. What a journey we had. And as we celebrate today, this parade and this great occasion here at Oliver C. Dawson Stadium, Willie E. Jeffries Field, I'm just super proud and I'm super excited for this football team. Young men, I have to tell you how proud I am of this football team. I have to tell all my coaches how proud I am of their efforts. What an amazing season we had. I'm so proud of each of you, every player, every coach, every trainer, every manager, every filmer who trusted the process, who stayed the course. Because there were times, about this time last year, I can remember our very first team run when I looked around and most of our team was gone. We had to put a whole new team together. We didn't have a lot of returners, but we believed. We stayed committed, and we trusted the process. In our program, we talk about surrendering the outcome and fall in love with the process of becoming great. That's a book we read every training camp called Chop Wood, Carry Water by Joshua Metcalf. That's surrendering the outcome and falling in love with the process of becoming great. And we did just that. We became great. And today, we stand here as a 2025 HBCU national champions. It took so much to get here, so much adversity, so many moments where things could have gone the other way. But we stayed together. We kept working. We kept believing. We always talk about in this program, you plan your work, and then you work your plan. And I'm proud because when adversity struck, and it struck all season, we didn't flinch. You held the rope. And because you held the rope, we're national champions. And I want to make sure that I say this because national championship game, our young men fell in love with two things that we talked about all season, which in our program we talk about our cardinal principle. That's dig deep and that's hold the rope. And when it came down in that national championship game, when we were down 20-0, we had to do those two things. We had to hold the rope and we had to dig deep. And that goes back to how we planned and prepared for the Celebration Bowl. After we beat Delaware State at Delaware in their backyard, and we accomplished and won the MEAC crown. We had about 3 weeks before we played the Celebration Bowl. So I had to keep our young men focused and go on 1-0 every day. And we used the theme that you've heard me talk about the last couple days, if you heard me speak, talk about manifest. You had to plan your work, you had to work your plan, but you also had to speak what you seek until you see what you said. Our young men had to manifest that. But we had to believe it first. And when it mattered, we had to find a way to go 1-0. And nobody can ever take that away from you guys. So if I hadn't told you before, as I tell you guys all the time, young men, coaches, players, I love you. I'm proud of you. This is a special team. But guess what? Now we get an opportunity to get a new team ready. As you look around at my young men that are to my right and to my left, all the guys in Navy are returning players or are players that won the championship last year. But all the young men in gray, stand up. All you guys in gray, all right, the gray, the newcomers, these are our new signees. Our new young men is going to fall in love with that process of going 1-0 every day. And we're not done yet. It's about 25 newcomers. That's including transfer portal guys. And I'm so proud because we signed 15 freshmen in December. And guess what? 11 of them are here right now enrolled in South Carolina State University as early enrollees. As they should be getting ready for prom, they're getting ready to compete this spring for starting positions. So I'm proud of those young men. Yesterday, we started our quest. We had our first morning run, our team run here at 7 in the morning, and we had 100% attendance. And I'm super excited about this new team, this new mission, but the same mission, it doesn't change, and that's to go 1-0 every day. I trust that the good Lord is going to lead us, guide us, direct us the right way, because we're going to keep putting him first in all that we do. And when you put God first, good things happen. And I truly believe that there's favor in this program. No doubt about it. And before I close, I want to publicly thank the Marching 101 and our cheerleaders. Because wherever we we went, it didn't matter where we went, whether we were here at Oliver C. Dawson Stadium or we were on the road, the 12th man was right here with us, and we're grateful for you. Because you just don't get the fans hype. You don't just get the players. You get big coach hype as well. So appreciate it. So thank you for riding up and down those highways and byways, showing us each and every week, bringing that energy, bringing that juice, bringing that pride, and representing South Carolina State University the right way. You are a part of us. You are a part of this championship. Thank you for all that you do and your continued support for Bulldog football. So again, thank you for trusting me as the head football coach. Thank you for trusting our vision. Thank you for trusting the process. And thank you for holding the rope. Because adversity struck, but we never broke. And now we stand here as the 2025 HBCU national champion. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up my outstanding staff. One by one. All right? And I want to give them an opportunity to say words about their position. They're going to bring their group up down here in front. They're going to get a break. And then we're going to get together as a team. And we're going to get a little chant. We're going to crank it up with a little I feel all right at the end. And we're going to pass the mic. So we're going to start off with my outstanding defensive line coach, Coach Gary Howard. Let's get it up for Coach Howard. Let's see if we can get this right the first time. Go down. Go down. Go down. This is the day. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. I am Coach Gary Howard. I'm the defensive line coach here at the South Carolina State University. And this is the defensive line. Give it up for them. Before we continue, I just want to publicly tell my guys thank you. Because I know I can be very, very demanding. But they bump and grind and work hard for me every day, so I publicly want to tell you guys thank you and I love you guys. But at the end of the day, Bulldog Nation, thank you for your support and undeniable love. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Go Dog! Coach Gary Howard is one of my D-line coaches, but also Coach David Blanchard, who is a Bulldog through and through. He's a little bit under the weather right now, so keep Coach Blanchard in your prayers. Next, I'm going to bring up my DB coaches. I have three of them. Outstanding coaches, Coach Kevin King, Coach Michael Stiles, and Coach KP. Come on up and talk about the DBs.
Go Dogs! Go Dogs! Go Dogs! I'm Coach KP, Coach the Nichols. That's a part of the secondary of y'all. Go Dogs! Go Dogs! Come on, man, y'all gotta give us something. Go Dogs! We was the livest flow. Y'all seen us turn. We the DBs. Go Dogs, give us something. House, man, this is the ATC. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for coming. Go Dog! Yes, Sirski, Evoluski, Broski. DB, man, we on top, man. Go Dog!
Next, I'm going to bring up my defensive coordinator and my linebacker coach, Coach Jordan O'Daffer. Go Dogs! Go Dogs! Go Dogs!
It's my distinct pleasure to bring to y'all the Lit Boys, our linebacker corps. Now, one thing about these guys, they embody a word that we go with every day, and that's relationship. Basically stated, don't grow weary in doing well, for in due time you shall reap a harvest if you do not give up. Champions in the classroom, champions on the field, and champions in the community. Go Dogs!
Thank you, Coach. All right, now I'm going to bring up my special teams coordinator, and he's going to introduce the specialist, Coach Kevin King. Crank it up, Connor. Crank it up, Connor. Crank it up, Connor.
Go Dogs! As Coach just said, we are the specialist group. Yes, we are really, really special. Really special. Really, really special. All right, but I know we started off the year real, real rough. All right? But we ended better than we started. And we thank you guys for staying with us throughout the year. And with that being said, turn us up. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Connor. Yes, sir. We have fun. We have fun. Also, I have to talk about Connor, because Connor's been here for 3 semesters now, and he's made all A's. He's a 4.0 student. All right, next I'm going to go to the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to bring up my running back coach, Coach Rashard Austin. Coach Eli Farmer is our student assistant running back coach as well. Go Dogs! Go Dogs! Go Dogs! Man, I'm blessed to be here, man. If y'all looking here, and y'all see these 5 running backs, get over here. Get over here, Eli. This is my assistant coach, man, Eli Farmer, man. He was a running back for me. He became a student coach this semester while keeping his grades up. He's a 4.0 student as well. As you look at these 5 guys right here, man, these are the dog pound. We're missed by 1. Casey Fields, he's dealing with a family emergency right now. He's not with us. But every single one of these guys has contributed to the Celebration Bowl in the MEAC Championship. Give him a hand. This is what we call the dog pound, right? Because if you look to your left, you look to your right, every single one of these guys is a dog. If you can't be a dog, you can't be in the dog pound. Go Dogs. Let me go. Here's going to break it down, baby. Dog pound on me. Dog pound on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dog pound.
4, 5, 6.
SOB.
All right. And as you know, when you have success, people move on. So Coach Austin is going to come back and introduce our offensive line group and our tight end group. Come on back up, Coach Austin. I'm back, baby. Did you miss me? Here we go. Receivers, come on up here. Yak boys, come on up, baby. Come on up, Yak boys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen here, man. If you know our head coach, man, he's an offensive line guy by trade. So one group going to be right as the offensive line. But I'll be remiss if I don't recognize the Yak boys. If y'all know what Yak means, that means yards after catch. So if you go to the Celebration Bowl, man, it's this one dude, he wear that number 5. He had 2 receiving touchdowns, 156 yards receiving, 1 rushing touchdown, 180 yards overall. Hey, 5.
Say something to the people, baby. Go Dogs! Go Dogs!
I just want to say I appreciate everybody and just being with the and supporting us throughout the season. We the Yak Boys. This the future right here. So y'all give it up for the future. Hey, Yak on 3, no 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
And I'm back again. ATC, come on up here, man. My tight ends, come on up here. My tight ends, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. ATM, I'm sorry. ATM, I'm sorry, DBs. Don't fight. I know y'all want to tussle. That's all right. Here we go, man. So we got 3 of our tight ends up here. We're 11 personnel outfit, guys. If y'all don't know that, that means 1 back, 1 tight end. We usually keep at least 1 tight end on the field, guys. So these guys are a big part in the run game, in the pass game, and they're led by Nick Brown. Say something to the people, baby.
Go Dogs. All I got to say, meet us here next year at the same time. Go Dogs.
We're going to run it back, baby. We're going to run it back. Online, baby. Big boys, come on, baby. Come on, it's a big ball party. It's a big ball party. It's a big ball party, baby. It's a big ball party, baby. Give me some of that. Hey. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby. It's a big ball party. Listen, guys. If y'all don't know, the game of football is won and lost in the trenches. This is our O-line right here, guys. This is the heart and soul of our football team. If you know our head coach, he was an O-lineman. So whenever we're going to win a game, it's going to start with the O-line. So I'm going to introduce y'all to the man in the middle who leads us up front, Jay Red.
About it.
You already know.
So one thing we do, we call ourselves Diesel. So whenever we do something big, I know 101 remember from spring. Anytime we do something big, we honk that horn. So I'm gonna need everybody to come in with me on 3. I'm gonna need a honk. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Outstanding. Outstanding. Good job, big boys. All right, next I'm going to introduce to you guys my offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, Coach Jonathan Williams. Come on up, Coach Williams.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs. All right, y'all got to give me y'all best. Go Dogs. All right, right here, I'm Coach Jonathan Williams, the offensive coordinator. Right behind me are the group of Triggs that we like to call ourselves the Trig. That's the trigger man. We control the flow and the pace of the offense. We also had himself, Mr. Ryan Stubblefield. One of the leaders on the team.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
I just want to say thank y'all to everybody, Bulldog Nation, from the team to the fans to the support to the camera crew. I just want to say we wouldn't be here without y'all. Love y'all. Go Dogs.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Great young men. Now I have to always introduce the assistant head coach, the one who makes sure that I'm straight. So come on up here, Miss Ramil Berry, my beautiful wife. Come on, baby. Come on, sweetheart. This is my assistant head coach. Absolutely. All right, I have a couple outstanding coaches. Well, I call them support staff that we couldn't do what we do without them.
I have my director of football operations and my director of recruiting, Miss Tess Abbott. Where you at, Tess? She's back there in the back. All right. I have my chief of staff. Come on out here, Troy. Orangeburg's on. My chief of staff, my general manager, Mr. Troy Johnson, who left, but he had to come on back home. So we're grateful to have Troy in the building. Super excited about Troy Johnson coming back with us. And I also have to shout out Big Smooth right here, who's my director of multimedia. He does an outstanding job with all the things that you see on social media. This man right here is the man that's responsible for it. Now, my strength and conditioning staff is out here somewhere. Coach Irby and Coach Dan, they make sure that they get the guys right in the weight room. We appreciate you guys for all you do and everything that you do to make us better every day and go 1-0. All right, so next we're getting ready to meet here in the middle, players, and we're going to turn it up. We're going to do what we do, all right, and we're going to get down here, and we're going to turn it up a little bit. Let's get it. Meet me down here. All right, this chant got called All Right. All right, so it's a way we do this, and it's a certain kind of enthusiasm you got to have when we say, I feel all right. But before we do I feel all right, I have to acknowledge our trainers, our managers, and our support staff who does an outstanding job day in and day out. Wave your hand, trainers, managers, all you guys. Thank you for all you do. So let's get ready. This ain't time to be cool. Let's get this thing turned up. Let's get it. Say, hey, I feel all right. 2 times. I feel all right. Now let's turn your attention to the scoreboard. We got a highlight tape for the season we want to show you. Let's watch the scoreboard. Well, you get ready. Now, I will say this before y'all start talking. I keep receipts now. So, all through the season, we had those conference calls. Nobody was asking me any questions. It was always directed to the 2 NFL guys. And I'll sit there and get 1 or 2 questions. And they get 20 or 30. So I'm going to say that. There's good football coaches that come through HBCU. We can coach. Because we had to get it out the mud.
The 2025 season is in full effect across the college football landscape, especially here at All-Seas Dawson Stadium, as dust settling in at Orangeburg, South Carolina, for an in-state showdown here on ESPN Plus, as South Carolina State Bulldogs play host to the Wofford Terriers.
Armed and dangerous, ain't too many can bang with us. Straight up, no label us notorious.
That love the bus is strange to us, yeah. Be scrambling, gambling, up restaurants with mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying to win, trying not to sin. High off lots of gin, so much smoke need oxygen. Steadily counting Benjamins. You should too, if you knew what this game would do to you. Been in this since 92. Look at all the bullshit I've been through. So-called beef with you know who. A few female stars or two. Then I'm blue like Mike. Not to be f***ed with, but better duck quick. Cause me and my dogs love it, but the luck, strictly aim. No aspirations to quit the game. Spit your game, fuck your grab your, pull your clip, squeeze your clip, hit the right one. Pass them, got the like one. All them, I got to fight one. All them, I got the like one. Our situation is type one. What you gonna do? Fight or run? Seems to me that you take B, bone and big, got so lead. I'ma tell you like a told me. Cash roll everything around me. Lyrically, can't see me. Doesn't it seem odd to you? Big come through with Mars and Cruz. Good fellas down to the Mo Thug dude. Who's the killer? Me or you?
95 Air Max on. Talk to him. Came from up the road, boy, you know we tax home. What else? You want a whole thing? Hit me on the platform. Hood, get hot Cheeto, what I snack on. It ain't nothing to get you wet home. Niggas serving back to back, John. Rap, wanna be a trap.
Get a chance to go to A&T's homecoming next week.
Telling about the patch, straight drop it's all out. Just ran through the bag, it's all out. You wanna buy half, it's all out. 28, 36, 1,000, all out. About the patch, straight drop it's all out. Just ran through the check, it's all out. You wanna buy half, it's all out. 100 in my pocket, big faces, all out. This Ken more stove, I whip a B in this. Automatic, I don't need a key up in it. Cartier, Dodge C up in it. What else? In that yellow Bentley, Bumblebee up in this. I wrote my first song, breaking down my first brick. That was 05, I was in that 06. GMC Venom 75 doing tricks. Straight drop it's all out. What's all out? Just ran through the bag, it's all out. You wanna buy half, it's all out. 28, 36, 1,000, all out. Back to back, straight drop it's all out. What's all out? Just ran through the check, it's all out. You wanna buy half, it's all out. Like 100 in my pocket, big faces, all out. They show y'all that. What else? Actually, Lil Walton bought all pep. Pull up to the spot, you might just see a dog there. Pull up on her now, she probably see your broad there.
Talk to you. I want to talk to you.
Just break. We will be better than ever. Made a promise we can do it together, and I ain't breaking my word. I just wish that I could fly like a bird, get away from this earth. Had to pray and pray, I felt I was cursed. Always tell myself it could have been worse. Never going back, I broke the reverse. It come from my soul, no need to rehearse. A lot of time I was in need of work. Talk to God like I needed to work. Jumped in line like I needed it first. But I was being selfish. Know this don't affect a lot of people. I was being careless. Took a break and stepped away. I'm coming back when I get ready. I know this breaks people into pieces, but I ain't gon' let it.
Yo, Blaze, you crazy for this one. Hey, all the champions out there feel so good. Hey, I said it feels so good.
How about those Bulldogs? We're going to ask John Grant to come up with a presentation for Chennis Berry and President Conyers. Also, I want to thank Miss Yvonne Johnson and Evelyn. Those two ladies organized the buses that take fans from Orangeburg to away games. So I've had a big round of applause for Yvonne Johnson and Evelyn Hubbard.
I'd like to ask President Conyers and Chairman Gant if you will come forward. Gentlemen, each of you received a custom championship watch for your win. So today we are presenting President Gant and President Conyers and Chairman Gant with your Cricket Celebration Bowl championship watches. Also, on behalf of our title sponsor, Cricket, each player and coaching staff will provide a free phone that's on the AT&T network. I have mine here. And 1 year's free service. So thank you to our title sponsor, Cricket Wireless. And gentlemen, take advantage of the offer. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, fans, Bulldog fans, Coach Berry just informed me that 2 weeks from today, we're going to have a signing ceremony. So stay tuned for the announcement for the specifics on the signing of the ceremony. And after this program is over, we're going to have a cookout for the players over in this area over here. Marching 101, we need you. Stay tuned for fireworks.
On behalf of South Carolina State University,
Thank you all for coming out. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Good, man.
Coach,
what a show.
How's it going? Yeah, this is for you. Welcome back. Here as our coverage of SC State Celebration Parade wraps up. Head coach Chennis Berry joins us now. Coach, what an amazing day for you guys.
Oh, man, what a great day to be a Bulldog. What an outstanding day from the parade to the post-parade celebration down here, just to see the whole entire Orangeburg community, the state of South Carolina, come out and support our South Carolina State Bulldogs as we won the 2025 National Championship.
Chennis, what was it like for you? I mean, riding down the street, seeing all the Bulldog fans on your way to the stadium and realizing, man, celebrating the national championship that you won, you know, adding your name to the list that includes Coach Willie Jeffries, Coach Buddy Pugh.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, it just brings joy to my heart just thinking about that, man. When you follow greatness like Willie Jeffries and Buddy Pugh, man, what about that? And that is something special, man. But as we were going through the community, man, it was just so amazing just to see the fans come out, the support, the community come out and just celebrate our championship team. So, you know, you don't get an opportunity to do this all the time, and just to see the joy in the fans' hearts and the people's heart, you know, it's a great day to be a Bulldog. I'm grateful for it.
We've been talking about everything that means to this community, you know, and it's not just the team, but it's the band and the cheerleaders, and to have them all together today had to make this even more special.
This was really special, man. It was great, man. You see the whole student body out, man. You know, to be able to see all the students come out, they canceled classes, and the guys were just out, faculty, staff, administration, the community, the band, the cheerleaders, just great support throughout the whole year. So when you look up in these stands in Oliver C. Dawson Stadium every week, you know, I tell our guys it's an attitude of gratitude. You be grateful for the people that pours into you, and this community pours into our program wholeheartedly.
Chennis, what have you enjoyed most about being a national championship coach?
I tell you what, it's been a grind, man. You know, because my thing is when the game was over on December 13th, I woke up December 14th thinking about the 2026 season. So, you know, you don't really get a chance to enjoy it as a head football coach. But I'm grateful for all the support and all the people that's been acknowledging our team and the success we've had this season.
Coach, we enjoy listening to your interviews, your motivational messages, and I was just wondering, what do you have for us common folks out here who maybe need to hear some words of inspiration so we can do better in our jobs, at school, in our relationships. What you got for us, Coach?
Just be the best you can be every day, whatever it is. You can't get, all you can do, it kind of go back to our 1-0 philosophy. All right, just win the day, all right? Because yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Just worry about the day. Tomorrow's not promised. Be the best we can be today. Win the day. Go 1-0 each and every day. When you wake up in the morning, get a good Lord. Thanks for just waking you up in the morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And when you lay your head down on the pillow at the end of the night, did you go 1-0? Did you win the day? Were you a great husband? Were you a great wife? Were you a great father? Were you a great daughter? Were you a great son? Just win the day each and every day. If you can do that, you'll win in this game we call life.
Man, I feel better already. Thanks, Coach. I'm inspired.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a better man now.
That's right.
Than before we started this interview.
Hey, man, just go 1-0.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
God bless.
We appreciate your time. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And what a day in Orangeburg.
Go Dogs, 1-0. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you much.
Thank you, guys.
Man, Coach, thank you so much. Man.
All right.
Hey there. How you?
What a day.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, what a day here in Orangeburg, Kev. I mean, we had a parade. We had fireworks. We had the Marching 101. We spent some time with the legend, Willie Jeffries, the legend, Buddy Pugh, and the new legend, the newest legend for the South Carolina State Bulldogs, Chennis Berry. So it was a great day for a championship celebration.
And we wrap things up with a speech from Coach Berry. Everyone feeling great. We've got the trophy right in front of us. I can't think of a better way to wrap this thing up. So that's going to wrap up our coverage of SC State's celebration for their national championship in the HBCU. For Julia Westerman, for Rick Henry, I'm Kevin Bilodeau. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining us.